Something smooth yet sinister, coming through to diminish you. And this here's the finisher. Check it out.
What is going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And today for you guys, what we're going to get into is sort of an opinionated video, guys, alright? What I wanted to get into for you guys today, since this is the last day of the year, guys, it's only fitting to drop a video like this, alright? I've also had many of my subscribers asking me to do this. So this video is definitely opinion related, but just believe for sure that the units on this list are indeed powerful units, guys. So if you have them, use them, alright? So what we're going to get into is the top 10 units of 2015, guys, alright? So basically every unit in Global Brave Frontier that has been released since, or as of December 31st, 2015, I am going to include in this top 10 video, alright? Now, once again, let me reiterate, this is entirely opinionated, guys, alright? No need for anyone to get butthurt or anything over the things that I may say about a unit you may like, dislike, whatever the case may be, alright? This is just solely my opinion, but they all are very powerful units, okay? So, enough of the riff-raff. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's go ahead and get into our top 10. We're going to start at the bottom at number 10 and work our way up to number 1. Alright, so number 10 for me is going to be my main man here. As soon as he pops up for me, Thunder Champion Ragen. Alright, now let me discuss why I think he's top 10. First of all, and the main reason, he is a arena god. Alright, this unit is the god of arena right now. If you have this unit and you're using a different arena lead, you're going to have to convince me why you're not using him as your arena lead, because this guy trumps everybody in my opinion. As far as the arena lead goes right now, this guy's the man. Main reason being, it's that leader skill, alright? That leader skill is just king status. It's called Martial Artist's Fists. Alright, 80% boost to attacks. Alright, so flat right off the bat, every unit gets an 80% boost to their attack. Alright, very good stuff. Hugely boosts BB gauge when attacking normally. Alright, so when you do a normal attack with Ragen, you are automatically going to get 7 BCs added to your BC gauge. Alright, and on top of that, raises normal hit amount. Alright, so he adds an additional hit for every normal attack. Every hit of a unit's normal attack, he adds another hit. Now it's only at half damage, but you got to think about the flip side of it too. It adds, or it doubles the BC production of a unit's normal attack, guys. Doubles it. Alright, so when you're using this unit as a lead in arena, you're pretty much guaranteeing that, first of all, you're going to have full SBB gauges, alright, full SBB gauges on every unit, and you're also guaranteeing that you're going to be putting out a lot of damage with that flat 80% boost to attack. I mean, Ragen as my lead, and you can check out my arena video that I made not too long ago with him. I'm taking 2 to 3 units out first turn every time, alright, 2 to 3 units, alright. The only time I don't do it is when my team rarely, and they rarely do it, they all attack the same unit, and that's because they're just being dumb. Alright, but otherwise I'm taking 2 to 3 units. I've taken a whole team out plenty of times first turn, up to 4 on a number of occasions, but it's usually roughly 2 to 3 units drop. And when you take out 2 to 3 of an enemy's units before they even have a chance to attack, you pretty much increase your chance of winning that arena battle exponentially. Like, there's really a very, very, very slim chance. I mean, things would just have to work out perfectly at that point for the opposite or the enemy team to defeat your arena squad at that point. Alright, and it hasn't happened to me yet. My team, ever since I made Ragen as my lead, is still undefeated. They have yet to be beaten. So very powerful arena lead here, guys. If you have this unit, definitely use him as your arena lead. Alright, his leader skill is just made for arena. It's made for it. Alright, now needless to say, in arena, if he uses his SBB, the game's over. Alright, if him or any other unit on my arena squad uses SBB, the game is over. Alright, so I mainly use Ragen for that. Alright, he's also not a bad choice to use in other areas where You may need to increase your normal hit count. Alright, he also does DOT damage. So he's a pretty solid unit, but mainly used for arena. Alright, so that's why he comes in at number 10, guys. Very solid unit. If you got him as a unit, level him up, max him out, make him your arena lead. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Alright, now moving on to the number 9 unit. Let me filter through here, make this search a little bit quicker for us. Boom. Alright, now number 9 unit, in my opinion, is going to be my main man right here. Alright, number 9 comes in with the main man, Doki. Alright, now Doki is hands down one of my favorite mitigators in the game. Alright, I would probably say easily one of my top 3 favorite mitigators in the Global Brave Frontier right now. Alright, now let me explain why. First of all, his leader skill is good. Alright, it's not often he is necessary as an arena lead, or not arena lead, sorry, as a leader, but regardless, his leader skill is good. 35% boost to all stats and negates elemental based damage. Alright, now the reason I think Doki is good as a mitigator, alright, his BC cost isn't too great. Alright, once you got him maxed out, I believe between his BB and SBB it's 48, so that's not too bad of a BC cost for a mitigator. Okay, that's pretty average actually. But it's his versatility that makes him good, guys. Alright, you got the BB here. It still mitigates damage, but it removes status elements. And you also can't forget his extra skill. Alright, his extra skill increases BC and AC drop rate by 30%. And that's added to his BB and his SBB. Alright, so 30%, it's not the best, but it's enough. Alright, that's pretty good BC/AC increase there. And then of course you got the SBB, which not too many units are capable of doing. I can only recall only one other unit, one other unit able to do what his SBB does. But it's an attack, 17 hits, 50% damage reduction, but it also negates the enemy's ability to put attack down, defense down, or recovery down on you for 1 turn. Alright, and then he boosts defense relative to attack. So his defense skyrockets when he uses this attack. Alright, and the BB also increases defense. I believe it's about 130%. So good stuff with Doki, man. His UBB, it was a one-of-a-kind UBB, guys. It only recently, I mean very recently, became to where one other unit is capable of doing what he's able to do, and that is mitigate damage by 75% for 3 turns. Alright, now as I've stated in the past video, he is the only unit that is able to do that, along with a powerful attack. Alright, the other unit that's capable of doing 75% damage reduction for 3 turns does not attack. It's support. Alright, it's purely support. It's good support, but it's purely support. So when it comes to 75% damage reduction for 3 turns, Doki is your man. Alright, he also increases attack, defense, and recovery. I believe it's about 200%. So your attack and defense is just gonna shoot out of the roof for the next 3 turns. Alright, so Doki, hands down, one of my favorite mitigators, mainly because of his versatility, but his UBB is now 2 of a kind. Alright, so if you got Doki, prime mitigator here, guys, very good unit in my opinion, very solid, and that's why he's number 9 on my list. Alright, next on the list, number 8 unit. Alright, the number 8 slot, my opinion, goes to this unit right here. Number 8 is going to go to Infernal Ravager Corzan. Alright, so I got to get this guy buttoned up. He's Lord type, so I haven't done too much with him. I'm waiting to pull an anima, but regardless, he's a very solid unit. Here is why. Alright, now Corzan, this guy is all about crit damage. Alright, now I know a lot of you may think this guy should be a lot higher up on this list, as he is a good unit, and I don't disagree with you there. But the main reason he's only number 8 on my list, guys, is because if you take a look at his BB SBB description, alright, the damage modifier on his BB SBB and UBB increases as his HP decreases. Alright, so basically the lower his HP, when you use the BB, SBB, or UBB, the more damage it will deal. Now, here's why I'm not really too fond of it. This is actually really good in raid battle. Alright, but pretty much everywhere else where you would use a Corzin lead or want crit damage, I don't think it'll be that great. The main reason being, you don't choose to have low HP, alright? You gotta hope that the enemy just rocks your socks, so to speak, to the point where you're pretty much in the red zone as far as HP goes. Then this guy becomes very powerful. Otherwise, there's nothing really special to the amount of damage or crit damage or whatever he's able to deal. Alright, now his leader skill is definitely good. One of few units that's able to increase the HP and attack by 40%. Right, he boosts that crit damage, and he guarantees you get BB gauge when attacked, and he would give you a 50% boost to attack when you got full BB gauge. Alright, so leader skill, most excellent. Alright, definitely very, very good for raid battle. This is actually the unit that I use as lead for raid battle, so he's very solid for raid battle. I will give him that. Everything else you may want crit damage for, though, not too sure that he'd be a top choice for you. I think there are better units out there you can end up using, but he is a very solid unit indeed, guys. He's nice on the critical. I do like the fact also that his SBB, he increases the entire squad's max HP, which I think is pretty tight. He increases it by 10%, so it'll give you a little bit more survivability there. Alright, and it lasts until either the end of the battle or until you die. Alright, so solid stuff. Not too many units that are able to increase your max HP, so kudos to Mr. Corzin for that. But a very solid crit unit. Just be careful, guys. Like I said, his damage output only becomes great when his HP is low, so that's kind of a crutch, so to speak. Otherwise, very solid all around and good looking unit, guys. I really like this unit's design, and with him and his companions art rendering in Global Brave Frontier, they actually got the drawing right. Alright, if you look at a lot of the other global exclusive units, yeah, not so great. Still acceptable, but not so great. But they did good starting with him and his companion. Alright, solid stuff there. Alright, let's go on to the next unit on my list, and this one I'm pretty sure most will agree with. Maybe not the placement, but Xingya, definitely solid unit, guys. Obsidian Seraph Xingya. Alright, so I probably don't need to explain why she's as good as she is. Alright, she's actually been out for quite a while. Very coveted unit when she initially released. But in case I need to, let me go ahead and break down why Xingya is as solid as she is. First of all, leader skill. Alright, 80% boost to attack. Straight, flat, solid 80% boost to attack. Alright, huge boost to the BB attack, which is by 150%, which is pretty decent. Alright, that's pretty decent. And then also, you get the BB gauge on spark. So every time you spark, 1 to 2 BCs added to your BB gauge. Alright, now I love units with that capability. Units that give you that BB gauge on spark. The more BB gauge you can get in ways besides BCs, the better. Alright, because there's many of bosses and trial bosses, raid bosses, whatever, that are cutting that HC and BC drop rate. So you can't really depend on that to fill up your BB gauges. You need ways around it. So this is one way to do it. Alright, so she's a very solid unit. Alright, another good thing about this unit, BC production on normal attack is off the charts. Alright, because when you have her sphere, which is this obsidian core amplifier, when you have that sphere equipped, doubles the normal hit count. Alright, so she's putting out around 80 BCs on her normal attack alone, and she's very strong as well. Look at that attack, 6600 attack there, guys. Alright, so very solid unit on normal attack. You can't knock her on her BB capabilities as well. Alright, she's very versatile in this manner, which is why she made it so high up on my list, guys, at number 7. Alright, the BB is single target, very strong, guys, very strong single target attack. It also boosts the BB gauge. Alright, so if you got a unit out there that's just lacking just a little bit from getting that full SBB, if you can pop your Xingya's BB, boom, you might be able to go on to top them off so you can get that SBB that you may so desperately need at that point in time. Alright, now her SBB is where her damage comes in, guys. 24 combo, powerful dark attack, boost spark damage, and that's by 80%. And she also boosts the BB attack. The BB attack is increased by 200%. Alright, so definitely can put out some damage with that on your squad. Alright, so damage output greatly increased with that. And when she initially released, that was her purpose, guys. Now, granted, she is still able to kick some serious butt. Alright, just because there are a lot of other units out now, don't mean you want to throw her by the wayside. I still use Xingya pretty often. Alright, pretty often, especially on my arena squad. And then lastly, her UBB, when it comes to what it's capable of, is pretty much unmatched. Alright, her UBB, Void Trigger Stygian Cipher, 30 combo massive dark attack on all enemies, massive boost to the attack of all allies for 3 turns. Alright, that attack boost is by 250%. It also boosts BB attack, that's by 500%. And increases normal hits delivered for 3 turns. Alright, now the normal hit count is double at full damage. Alright, no damage cut on that. So yeah, she is solid. That UBB of hers, man, I tell you what, if you're going up against a single target and you need something dead, you pop UBB with her and normal attack the rest, and just watch the damage just get shaved off of a boss like they got 1 HP or something. It's ridiculous the amount of damage that can be done with just a bunch of normal attacks after using her UBB, guys. Okay, so a very solid unit here, very solid. If you got Xingya, man, you got a unit that can put out some damage, serious damage. All right, now let's move on to the next unit on the top 10 list here. Now, some of you may be arguing, this was actually a tough choice for me. Mr. Chrome is going to come in at my number 6 unit. All right, this is a tough decision for me. Main reason being I had to decide, should Chrome or Xingya get the number 6 spot. I gave the slight edge to Chrome because he is able to do more. All right, now Xingya, she can increase the BB attack. The spark damage increase is the same on both of these units. Alright, Chrome does not increase BB attack, but where he doesn't do that, he increases the enemy's spark vulnerability, which also adds to the amount of damage that you can put out. Alright, and he also, on his SBB, he also increases dark elemental damage for 3 turns. So basically, every dark unit on your squad that's attacking a light unit, I believe that's the way it works, is going to be putting out 75% more damage there. Alright, so I gave it to Chrome also because he's pure AoE. Alright, oftentimes if you're going to be using Chrome, you may or may not be going against a single target. Alright, if you are going against a single target, he's still good because he's going to help keep your BB gauges up. Because he, in addition to his leader skill giving BB gauge on Spark, his BB and SBB also give you the chance of getting BB gauge on Spark. So he basically doubles the capability of that, guys. Alright, so that's the reason I gave the slight edge to Chrome over Xingya. Alright, both very solid units for sparking, indeed. But I did not mean to go out of that. Go back in. Where's my Chrome? But Chrome gives the stat boost on his leader skill. Alright, the 30% boost to max HP. Alright, that may definitely come in handy. Alright, he also gives the BB gauge on Spark, same amount as Xingya. Alright, but he gives that 100% spark damage. Alright, so Xingya on her leader skill does not add to spark damage. So Chrome, as far as sparking goes, is one of the top tier units for it. Alright, if you want to build some sparking squads, make sure Chrome is a part of it. Alright, this guy is in when it comes to sparking. Okay, so his UBB, very powerful, very powerful. Alright, if you watch my Ree's Grand Gaia Chronicles video, you'll see the damage output that this guy, this guy, once he activates UBB and then you go to sparking with all your other units, man, the damage output's ridiculous. Alright, 22 combo powerful dark attack on all foes, boost the enemy spark vulnerability for 2 turns. Alright, now that spark vulnerability is by 100%. Alright, so your spark is going to deal an additional 100% damage for 2 turns. Boost BB attack and spark damage for 3 turns. Alright, the BB attack is by 300%, and the spark damage is by another 100%. Alright, 130%, excuse me, on the UBB. So this guy, you pop that UBB and you get the sparking, man, you're going to see some damage the likes of which you may have never seen before. This guy can seriously put out some damage after that UBB. So Chrome, spark, and more spark, guys, especially after that UBB. So slight edge goes to Chrome. Alright, but it was a tough decision deciding who in the world I wanted to put at the number 6 spot. Alright, so that's all we're going to talk about this video, guys. Alright, this video will be very lengthy otherwise, so I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. Alright, so just to give you a quick rundown again: number 10, Roggen; number 9, Doki; number 8, Corzan; number 7, Xingya; number 6, Chrome. Alright, now stay tuned for part 2. We're going to get into the top 5 in the part 2 and why I think they are the top 5 units in Global Brave Frontier in the year 2015. Alright, so stay tuned for that, guys. Otherwise, we're going to wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed it, found it informational, helpful. Tell me what you guys think as well down in the comments. You agree? Do you disagree? And why do you agree or disagree? Alright, let's do a little bit of discussing here if you're willing to. Alright, so otherwise, we're going to wrap this one up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, you wish to join the Facebook group, link down below in the description. Thank you all for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And of course, I will be back at your screen with more Brave Frontier Global soon. Later, guys.